What's up, guys? It's Chad. I'm back with another video. So this video I wanted to do on triathlons, and it won't be only on triathlons. I just want to talk about like some different links to triathlons and obviously the events, the swim, the bike, and the run. And then, just kind of some of the stuff you'll need starting out, because for me, I didn't really have an idea of what I needed, so I kind of just winged it. I looked in magazines, I bought magazines, and just, ooh, I need that, And you waste a lot of money, because really you don't need any of that stuff. You really just need a few items to make it easier, but really you just need the hard work and dedication. To quote Mayweather, hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication. Y'all supposed to be saying dedication. Y'all ain't helping at all. There's a few different kinds of triathlons. There's a sprint distance, there's an Olympic distance, there's half Ironman, and there's Ironman. And there's a few other kinds too, but those are the four that I'm really concerned with as I'm progressing and doing my triathlon. So now I've only done sprint distances. They're the smallest, the shortest. They go anywhere from a 400-meter swim to a 750-meter swim. There's really a variance there. Usually, I've done the ones that are 400 or 500 meters. Then it goes into the bike. The bike is anywhere from 10 miles to 13.1 miles from what I've seen. But there's a few different distances, and those can vary based on whoever's, putting on the event. Then there's the run. Usually, from what I've seen, it's been a 5K run or a 3.1 mile run. The Olympic distance, which is the next one, and it's Olympic for a reason, is actually in the Olympics. It's usually anywhere from usually a 1,500 meter swim. That's usually the common 1,500 meters. 1,600 meters is a mile, so that kind of gives you, what it is. 1,500 meters is, just shy, 0.9 something of a mile. So it's very close to a mile. Then the bike is anywhere from 24 to, I think, 26 miles right there. It's, I think, 25 and a half. But that can vary too. It just depends. If it's a true sanctioned event, Olympic event, then there's going to be a set distance in that range. And then the run is going to usually be, from what I've seen, a 10K or a 6.2 mile run. Then there's the half Ironman distance. Half Ironman is usually going to be a 1.2 mile swim. It's going to be or I think that's 1,900 meters, a 56 mile ride. Yes, 56 miles. And then a 13.1 mile run, so a half marathon run. That is a 70.3 half Ironman. That's what the 70.3 stands for. And there's the full one, the full Ironman, the big boy. Road to Ironman, what I'm going for, my ultimate goal. 2016 is my goal for a full Ironman. I know that seems a long way off, but guys, I still got to do Olympic, I still got to do a half Ironman, and then it's time for a full Ironman. So you want to take it slow, because I want to do well. So I don't want to just rush it just to do it. A full Ironman is 2.4 mile swim. You heard me right, 2.4 mile swim, and a 112 mile bike ride, and then a 26.2 full marathon run. 140.6 miles. That's what the 140.6 stands for. Just imagine completing something like that, right? Imagine actually being able to do that and then actually saying, you know what, I'm an Ironman. I did, and I'm my Ironman event. I finished. It don't even matter if you finished in the, in 17 hours. So there's a max time limit for a half Ironman. 8.5 hours for a half Ironman and 17 hours for a full Ironman. That's your time limit, and there's going to be different time hacks in between. So you have to finish your swim by a certain time, you have to finish your bike by a certain time, and then you have your end time. So, that's the 4 events that I'm really focusing on. There are a few others, like I said, but those are the 4 that I'm focusing on. So the swim, a few items that you're going to need to do the swim. First and foremost, you need a good watch. So for me, I have a Ironman Timex. It actually is a heart rate monitor. See if you can see that. Hopefully it's not too out of focus. It has a heart rate monitor as well that I can wear. But this right here is awesome because it's waterproof. I wear it all the time. I don't have to worry about it getting damaged, or I can time myself. I can do different intervals, laps, all that good stuff. Very important to know what you're doing. You can't remember times. You can't remember everything you're doing. You need something that's going to help you track. So this is good. You need a notebook. You need to be able to write down what you've done. Personal records. Today I did a mile in 30 minutes. that's something to be proud of. You write it down. And the next time you're trying to beat that, if you get it in 29.5 minutes, bam, that's your new PR, or personal record. That's how I kind of track it. PR is personal record. Good pair of goggles, okay? And really, you need 2 pairs of good goggles, because you could be standing there on the line, getting all tightened up, ready to go, bam, snaps. Rubber strap snaps, and you're done. You can't fix these. You can try to tie it, but it's not going to secure, probably leak. And if anybody's ever wore goggles and it's leaking, you know, water's up here and it starts getting, it's just not comfortable. And it kind of throws your rhythm off. It kind of throws your flow off. So these are actually a Speedo brand. I actually really like these ones. They're competition. And then I have another pair of TYRs is the brand, and that's the ones that I wore at my latest triathlon. They're a tint. They have a tint. I use these for indoor training because they're not tinted. But when you're outdoors, you want something that's tint. They get the glare off the water and from the sun. You want something that's kind of tinted. So I've got those, and I love them. They have to be tested. Go in the water, swim with them, test them, make sure that they don't leak. You don't want to have to worry about that during the swim. So you need those. And then you need a swim cap. Usually at any triathlon event that you do, they're going to give you a swim cap. The last one I did, they gave me this one. And it's sponsored by Runners Forum. Great store here in Indy for shoes and triathlon, running, you know, swimming, all that kind of good stuff. Swim cap, goggles, a good watch, and then you need a tri-suit. Or you can just do some swim trunks. You can do some Speedos. You can do really you do whatever you feel comfortable. There's no set uniform for a triathlon, a local triathlon. So don't worry about it if you go out there and you're like, oh, I'm wearing regular swim trunks. Guess what? There's a lot of people that wear regular swim trunks. There's a lot of people that just put a t-shirt on and ride the bike. It doesn't matter. It's about finishing. It's about setting the goal and then finishing it. Moving on to the bike. When you finish the swim, you're going to go over to the transition area. That's where you have everything set up. You have your bike. You're going to need a few things. First and foremost, you need a bike. So if you ain't got a bike, then, well, you need a bike. And I will do a video on bikes I'll probably go into a bike store and actually show you some good bikes and some, things that I've learned from going to bike stores and talking to bike, professionals and people that own these shops, and just give you some tips on what you should be looking for in a good bike. Helmet. This is a Giro helmet, which is a very popular brand in the cycling community. Very lightweight, very strong, has a good, good aerodynamic feel to it, and it breathes very well, which is gonna not be the best for triathlons, because you want the air to kind of flow over to get more speed. You want to be as aerodynamic as possible. This isn't going to be as aerodynamic as you need, but I mean it serves the purpose for a sprint triathlon. Some sunglasses. You need some kind of eyewear. If it's not too sunny, you just get you some clear lenses and something to protect your eyes, because when you're out there riding on the road, you can get up anywhere between 15 and sometimes 35 miles an hour. You know how pavement is. There's gravel or rocks. You don't want anything kicking up in your eye, or a bug hitting your eye, and then you're blind and you wreck, crash into a tree, race is over, and you're stuck in a tree. You don't want to do that. Then lastly, if you have clip-on pedals on your bike, a little bit more advanced, if you're actually really riding and racing and stuff, then this is something you definitely want. Then you need some good racing shoes. These are very lightweight, highly visible, which is good for if you're riding early in the morning or at night. Plus, I like the bright color, and it has a little clip on the bottom, and you stomp down on your pedal and it clips in, and you can't pull your foot off. You have to twist it off to the outside there, so kind of like this, away from the bike to get it off. Lastly, the run. You're already smoked from the swim, you already smoked from the bike, now it's time to run. So there's a few things that I have really learned that I need. The first time ever in a triathlon, I decided to get a hat. So I got a visor, Zeet, which is a great brand, I love them. Got me a little visor, and it doesn't cover up the top of my head, but it covers up my face. So I don't have to wear my sunglasses, because glasses get uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you're sweating, they start sliding. I'm not really a big fan of that, so I put the hat on. It covers up my face, keeps my face from getting, really warm from the sun, and I can still, it's not making my head too hot from having a closed hat, and still breathes well. But I love this. This is awesome, and it's moisture wicking, so it kind of takes the sweat from running into your eyes. The most important thing, in my opinion, is a great pair of running shoes. And I finally found a great pair of running shoes. Like you said, I found it at Ross, like I told you in a few vlogs over on Gay Babe TV. Amazing shoes. I always have loved New Balances, and these are lightweight. Again, I love the bright collar, so I love these. And what's been great for me is the first time I tried these speed laces. So you kind of take them and you squeeze this clip, pull them, and they're like an elastic. Kind of see that pop, and I love them. You slip your foot in, pull it shut, and go. Because the rest of the laces are already tight. So you're just pulling that and you're good to go. It never shifts. It's comfortable. Love it. There's also a few other type of tricks that you can do before you race. You'll need to, there's some different fueling products. What I mean by that is like there's some energy gels you can take or energy drinks that you can take. Not the normal Monster, Red Bull, all that kind of stuff. Some stuff that is made for endurance athletes, endurance sports. I burn upwards of 3,000 to 3,500 calories. That's a daily intake. That's more than a daily intake for most people. If I burn all of that and I don't replenish any of those, I won't be able to finish the race. My body will shut down. I'll be weak. I just won't be able to do it. It's important. So I'll do another video on actually fueling, and I'll show you some of these products, some of the stuff that works for me. Again, all this stuff works for me. You need to test it and try it, and find the one that works for you. Bottom line is, if you want to do it, set the goal. Set the goal when you want to do it, and if you're feeling froggy, sign up for one. Find one that's 3 months down the road and do it. Everybody knows that reaching goals, sometimes they're not the easiest to attain, not the easiest to reach. But with a triathlon or a marathon or just a cycling race, when you cross that finish line, you've reached the goal. That's the goal. You did it. So do it. Just go out there. Put yourself out there, give it a shot. So guys, that's kind of the video for today. I really just wanted to cover the basics of triathlon for me, and I'm going to definitely do some follow-on videos like I said, and cover some of the more specific questions, the different areas of a triathlon. This is a learning process for me too. I enjoy it, I love it. I am making gains that I never thought I could do, and I'm making them quick. So my first one I finished, in the top 20 for my age group. This time I finished in the top 10 for my age group. And I'm going to do one in September, and I plan to finish in the top 5. My goal is to make the podium in the top 3 spots for my age group. I think I can do it. I know I can do it. I just got to work hard. And that goes for you too. So just make your goals and go for them, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps. If you have questions, definitely leave them below. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I just look forward to sharing more of this journey with you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Deuces.